Mountain Home, wildlife conservation and fun for everybody. Johnny Morris Wonders of Wildlife in Springfield will have live animals and more. Kids under 16 compete for prizes at the First Security Bank Archery Competition, and you can try digital hunting at the DHF Archery Exhibit. Hunting, fishing, artwork, outdoor living, it's all here and it's all free.
On the farm or around the home, ReckFarmServices.com.
Back.
And we're back. Greg's Farm Services brings you the morning weather each and every day with what all we got, with all kinds of good stuff here. Well, let me do this. Let me go back here to this screen. On the farm, around the home, in the community, Greg's Farm Services. If it holds water, it's on sale. You don't
want to get Dale out of sync. He just
well, I have to put that 30-second spot in there. Anyway, all kinds of great savings right now. FlexRite garden hose 50 foot for $19.99. Better bucket sale, $9.99. 20-quart bucket was $19.99, now $9.99. All kinds of great things on sale at Greg's Farm Services, Mountain Home, and Midway.
if it holds water, it's on sale.
Yeah, it is.
I like that ad.
Ain't that cool?
I think that's pretty cool.
Stock tanks, water buckets, sprayers, bird baths, chick waters, garden hoses, pet bowl sprinklers. If it holds water, it's on sale 10 to 50% off at Greg's Farm Services. Greg's Farm Services, on the farm, around the home, in the community. They bring you the morning weather each and every day. Currently we have 72 degrees in Mountain Home, and you can see right there the severe outlook for Monday from Chicago all the way back to Denver.
Wait a minute. You can't be bringing up temperatures, and I'm on the temperature screen, and then you're talking.
Get somebody out of sync.
And then I've got some picture of some green map, and he's talking about temperatures, and I don't even.
72 at Mountain, get him out of sync too. 72 at Mountain Home, 73 at Harrison, 72 at Hardy, 66 in Mountain View, 72 at Yellville, 66 at Marshall, 72 at Calico Rock. Around the region, St. Louis is at 72, Poplar Bluff at 73, Branson 75, West Plains at 73, 55 in Watford City, North Dakota. Now I can show the severe map. From Denver to Omaha to Chicago, there's a chance of severe weather. Northern Missouri has a chance for some rain where they really, really need the rain. Take a look now at the radar where you can see it up in Chicago area. It's along the Wisconsin-Illinois line. Stretches back into Iowa, parts of Nebraska and Kansas right now, a little bit in the Dakotas, moving over into Minnesota. And of course, we're dry as a humpless camel in the sunset here in Arkansas. You can see all of the highways there, 62, 412 east-west, Highway 65 north-south, Highway 63 out of Jonesboro towards West Plains, 67, 167 Batesville and Poplar Bluff out of Little Rock. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 in Arkansas, clear at this time. In Missouri, we'll check the St. Louis stop first. 64 east from St. Louis to Mount Vernon, Illinois is clear. I-70 Vandalia, Effingham, clear. You got I-70 from Columbia to St. Louis in good shape. Rolla, Missouri, and I-44 to St. Louis looks good. I-55 coming in from Sikeston, no problems there. Southwest Missouri. And we have from Tulsa to Joplin to Springfield. It looks good, and I apparently hit the wrong stop here. Let's hit the Springfield stop. Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, no problems there on I-44, and I-49 is not showing up on this map. But even I-49 in Missouri in good shape at this time.
You know, we come across the, we were down to Cabot yesterday. We come across the dam at Heber Springs, Gross Ferry Lake Dam, 96 degrees coming across the dam. We get to Ida, 12 miles up the road. It's raining.
Yeah.
70.
Yeah, we had some pretty good showers yesterday afternoon come through. We do have a heat advisory for northeast and east central Arkansas, Clay County, Randolph County, Lawrence County, down to Jonesboro. Almost down, well, it does go way down just to the west and southwest of Memphis. Heat advisory for the northeast part of the state for today. Check Mountain Home forecast today. 20% chance of showers, high of 96. Low tonight 72. For tomorrow, 50% chance of showers with a high of 91. Storms likely on Tuesday night, 60 to 50% chance there. Low of 69. High on Wednesday 87. Storm chances continue Thursday night into Friday, where we have highs from 86 to 87 degrees. So, to summertime in Arkansas. Right?
There you go.
There you go. And so, community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 7412883. And let's see, the registration continues at Mountain Home Christian Academy, 424-6622. You can call them at that number. And Is this the week for the Vacation Bible School at Trinity Lutheran?
You're looking at me like I'm supposed to know.
What do you got?
I'm just curious. I don't know.
What do you got coming up?
Right now, we ain't got a whole lot. I think
It's the start of school, and I mean it's just slim pickings right now. You know.
it is. School's around the corner. I know the Walmart and all the shopping stores were packed. You know, they got tax-free weekend hitting it hard.
And I was correct. Today starts The Lord Delivers VBS, hosted by Trinity Lutheran Church in Mountain Home. It's today through the 9th, so today through Thursday. It starts at 6 o'clock. And let's see, 6 to 8 p.m. each night, Trinity Lutheran Church at 801 Dreyer Street in Mountain Home. And let's see, I believe it's for children 4 through 6th grade.
Where's Dreyer Street?
Well, it's 1 block east of College and 1 block north of 9th Street.
No.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
He's going to tell you no, and he's the one asking, where's it at?
I know exactly where it's at.
Do you
If
have
you need
any
more information, call 424-2888. Right?
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
And then the big expo coming up Saturday for Greg's Farm
Yep.
Services. They're
That's
gonna
going to
have
be cool.
Yeah, it's going to have Johnny Morris's aquarium, and a lot of displays. Going to be a lot of fun for kids and middle age, and our retired folks come out, have a great time. So I want to see a lot of folks out there at the Greg's Farm Services Expo.
That'd
Still
be
not
cool.
too late to get online and fill out a registration for OFA football.
Yep, we're going to start divvying them up. Rocking and rolling.
Yep.
I think
So what's your-
everybody's ready to go.
What's practice schedule and
Don't have it yet. Don't know.
still?
All coaches kind of set their own practice days and stuff like that.
What's your
so.
first day kickoff?
What is,
To be
we'll have
determined.
Jamboree. Yeah, to be determined, but it'll be right around Labor Day.
Oh yeah,
So it's
first
coming up.
September, sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be good. Well, the county fair is coming up too. That's normally the week of about the 11th through the 15th, 16th.
Yep.
Be the county fair parade, things like that going on, and a lot of things coming up after school starts. All right, who's your guest today? Before we go to break.
I know.
Ask me. Coach Morris from Yellville-Summit Panthers.
All right, gonna be talking a little football here. It sounds like so. Take a quick
Well,
break.
as quick as you're going to break, we're going to be talking a lot of football.
Do you want me to stall?
Scooter, you need to lay off that. You need to cut
Yeah,
it back on this caffeine.
it's the coffee.
I'm only had
telling
one
you.
cup.
This is a 17-minute beginning of the show, and he's done it in 8 minutes. It just
No, it's 7:12. I've been on here for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So why don't we throw in an extra commercial? We'll be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the Mountain Home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
And it's 7:16, just a minute shy of the 17 minutes that you said. It's Monday, time for Bob Recktenwald Sports.
It is Monday, and guess what? Cubs are still in first place.
Oh, shut up.
Here we go. Here's your side.
I've special ordered a Cubs hat. Should be here by the time we do our next show. So as long as the Cubs are in first place, we'll lay that Cubs cap right on top of that silly-looking red one over there.
I'll bring some spray paint.
I think this is great.
Hey, before we get started,
why don't we just get all of the National League Central and line them up according to?
That's a waste of money.
No, it's
because the only two that really mattered are the Cubs and the Cardinals. So,
well, 1 out of 2 really matter.
Yeah. Anyway,
but you know, when the Cubs are in first place, it's an off year for everybody.
You're on my time now. That's enough. Hey, before we get started with our program with Coach Morris, I do want to send out condolences to the family that had that bad boat wreck last night or yesterday afternoon on Lake Norfolk. They lost one loved one, and 3 are hurt pretty bad. And, you never want to go through that. But that's thoughts and prayers to that family. Another, this is not the obituary section of the show, but the area lost a businessman over the weekend. Mike May has been around selling cars for 40 years, probably known him probably 30 of those 40. Real good guy. Was battling a cancer and didn't come up on the short end. And condolences go out to his family as well. Anyway, on the bright side, it's almost football season. We know it. And this morning we've got Coach Lucas Morris from the Yellville-Summit Panthers.
Thank you.
How's your summer?
It's been going.
Been
a summer.
What are you doing this summer?
We did some 7-on-7 camps over at Harrison and Branson.
No, wait, time out.
Oh.
What do you, Coach, do in the summer?
I do football.
All year round.
You're a dyed-in-the-wool, hardcore all year round.
Myself, family, we went out canoeing a few times. I took the kids out camping this summer down at the Buffalo. And a lot of football.
Okay.
A lot of football.
Normally how we like to start the show, since we've come over to television, and we know we had you on the radio show last year, your first season with the Yellville-Summit. Tell the folks who you are, where you come from, married, wife, kids.
All right. Lucas Morris, originally from Fordyce, graduated high school there. Went up to school at Arkansas State in Jonesboro, where I met my wife. Graduated from Arkansas State there in Jonesboro. Took my first job at Salem for 1 year. Went down to Dumas for 6 years. Went up to West Memphis for 5 years. And this will be my second year at Yellville-Summit. I've got 3 kids. I've got a 16-year-old who will be a junior this year. Oh gosh, just started driving.
I don't see any gray hair yet.
No. She does a lot of the driving with her mama.
There you go.
it scares me knowing that she's on the road. Then I may have to meet her as I'm going down the road. But I've got a 12-year-old who will be going into 7th grade this year. She's a pretty good little athlete, and I'm expecting some fun times watching her grow up. And my son, he's 8-year-old, will be going into 3rd grade, and I believe this will be the first year he gets to play football here at Yellville-Summit. So I'm excited about that.
That'd be fun. Now, will you coach him?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Now, no. And my wife all the time is telling me to get out in the yard and work with him. Go work with him. Go work with him. Like, I'll be his coach soon enough.
There you go.
I want to be his dad right now.
Work to a disadvantage.
Yeah, I want to be his dad right now. He's going to be at the football field all summer long, just about from here until he graduates. Sure. Coaches' kids are always kind of known as gym rats, and they'll pick up just by being there. But I don't want to put any emphasis on him right now at this age. Just I'll let him be a kid and let me be his dad for a little bit before I become coach.
You know, my 17 years involved with Mountain Home Youth Football, if I could go back and do one thing different, I would not coach my own boys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really would. Because I always...
Same thing's true in Little League Baseball. It's amazing how many coaches' sons can pitch.
Right. And, you know, you get the stigma as a coach, well, his kid's going to be the quarterback. Well, I didn't ever play that game. You know, the kids, my boys, neither one were quarterbacks. I truly think they could have played somewhere other than the line, but that just wasn't the way I did it. And I probably hurt them more than I helped them. So, but anyway.
I've been coaching my son for years, and, you know, it's the same way. You got to – they have a harder time earning those spots because you don't want to hand out a spot to your kid just because it's your kid. If they want a spot, they're going to have to earn it, and they're going to have to work harder to earn it than any other kid. It's just kind of how it is.
Is your wife involved in the school district?
My wife will be taking over in the high school library this year. She's also taking over the cheer program for the high school.
Okay.
So they've been working hard this summer and trying to pick that program up. And I don't want to say, I don't know how I want to word this. And both of her girls are now cheering, so she's excited about the opportunity.
Sure. It is, and change is always difficult for some to handle, and some of them handle it very well. So as things progress and change over there at Yellville-Summit, it'll be a good thing for them, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about last year.
Okay.
Did it end the way you expected it? Or did it end up being a Cinderella season that turned out pretty well?
I remember right after I got hired and talking to a couple of people in the community, and they're going, Coach, 2 wins is improvement. I think going in, no, there was no thought that, man, we're fixing to go out here and win 4 games and make the playoffs, and hey, we'll be in the top 4. It won't even be squeaking in by that 5th seed or so, but we had 6 games on our schedule that we had circled, and we said, man, we think we can go out and be competitive in these games. And in those 6 games, 5 of the games we were competitive in. 1 of them we were not. Coach McCarn does a great job down at Melbourne.
Okay, so let me ask this question. If you go up against an established team, in other words, a coach that's been there, say, 5 years.
Yes, sir.
So maybe freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors, they're all under his roof. The difference, because this is your what now, second season?
This will be my second season, yes, sir.
You've got a couple more years to get everybody under your
yes, sir,
umbrella, so to speak, right? Am I correct in that?
Sure.
Yeah. How long does it take? I mean, does it take 4 to 5 years to turn the program around?
I think it depends on the program.
Apparently not, because he made it to the playoffs last year.
Well,
what was your record last year? Final record.
We ended up 4-7.
Really?
We started off the first 4 games, and you can go back and if you could go back and watch the first 4 games from last year, and you can kind of see kids running around confused. And about game 5, when we went over to Greenland, I think they were ranked 7 or 8 in the state at the time.
Was it around Fort Smith? I've not heard of Greenland.
That's over towards
Greenwood.
Greenwood, that's right.
Over towards Fayetteville.
Okay.
In that area. I think we actually had to go through Fayetteville to get there. But we went over there, and I think they were ranked top 10 in the state at that point in time. They were coming into the game 4-0. We were coming into the game 0-4. And we told our kids all year long, so we're going to be in good enough shape. If at halftime we're tied, we're winning the game. And halftime we went in tied, and of course, I'm sitting there going, man, they're fixing to come back after halftime, and they're going to be really fired up. And I get into our locker room, and Brock Venia and Trenton Davenport are kind of standing outside looking at the scoreboard going, Coach, we're fixing to win this game.
There you go.
I'm like, all right, let's go do it. I remember Cody Dobbs coming back after we had scored a touchdown, went up, I think, 42 points. He's jumping up and down, eyes about as big around his face, going, Coach, we've never scored 42 points. And then we ended up scoring again. And he comes back and just grinning from ear to ear, Coach, 48. Let's go get 50 now. And
let's get the 2-point conversion.
Oh yeah. I say, and that night everything clicked the way it needed to click. And
don't you love a night like that?
Oh yeah. I say, and it turned things around for us for the rest of the season.
So, Bob, what can it do? The kid, when the kids believe in themselves, that's what happened. They look at the scoreboard. Look what we're doing.
Yeah,
you've seen it for 20-something years.
Yeah, the Mountain Home team that went to the finals for the state championship against Texarkana, there was no way mathematically those kids should have been anywhere in the playoffs. But they had enough guts and desire that bunch of seniors did. They just picked it up and ran with it. And were they good? Yeah, they were pretty good. Were they lucky? Yeah, they were way luckier than they were good. But, that's the first time in forever that any group of Bombers had gone to the finals in the state playoffs. How long had it been since the Panthers been to a playoff game?
I believe somebody told me 5 years.
Yeah. Scooter, how long have we done TV games at Yellville before we saw our first win?
Oh, it was there
3
was
seasons.
There was a while.
3 seasons, Coach.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for a long time, and I love it. I've been in the PA booth for the Bombers. This will be my 23rd year. I love it. Been doing TV with XL7. This will be our 5th year probably, and I love it. But it's a whole lot more fun when you're announcing a winning game and not looking for stuff to talk about when the score's not going your way.
But you said you were 4-7.
Yes, sir.
So let's say you come out of this season, let's see, 11 games. So let's say you do 8-3 this year. What's that going to do to that student population with that football team being successful? You're going to have kids all through that school feeling good because that football team believed in themselves and kicked some butt across the state of Arkansas.
8-3.
I was just going to ask basically the same question. Have you seen your numbers come up because you had a successful season?
Oh, yeah.
No, actually, no.
Or are they about the same?
Well, back during the spring, we had a lot of kids working out. It looked like a lot of kids were going to come out, and then somewhere between middle of spring and right now, we have dropped. I had a handful of kids move away, and then a couple with some eligibility issues. I believe the core of the team that needed to be there is out there, but we're missing some of those guys who would have been underclassmen needing experience, trying to get things ready for next year, the year after that. It's still a process. It's still a mindset trying to change the culture, trying to say, hey, this is how hard we need to work.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them stepped up to it, and some of them were like, I'm just not sure I want to do that yet. Is this really going to help?
Do you have a process in place that will help with those eligibility issues?
Yes, sir. And some of our kids that were having eligibility issues last year, and say just right on the bubble, they picked themselves up off the bubble. We do some additional conditioning and things of that nature to help influence their decisions, and a lot of them responded really well to it, and others, well.
But, I understand that part of it, and I can see a few more agilities and things for a guy that's maybe struggling, but that's not his struggle. His struggle is making 28 plus 22 equal 50.
Well, the guys that are that way, yes, we can get them additional help, and there's also some teachers who have stepped in to help us with those.
Okay.
But a majority of ours are, do I want to sit there and even try the 28 plus 22?
I'm just too lazy to worry about it.
And so that's, if we can get that adjusted, that mentality adjusted, like, this is important. If practice is important, the classroom has to be important, my homework has to be important, then we get things going the way we want them to go. And like I said, for the most part, a lot of those guys, those bubble guys last year, they've all taken care of themselves. And say it's a very, very small handful that are in that other category right now. So as long as that category keeps shrinking, keeps getting smaller, then we're going in the right direction.
Good deal. We're going to take a quick break here and come back with Coach Lucas Morris from the Yellville-Summit Panthers. We'll be back in just a moment.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Do you ever feel like your butt's dragging and you could really use a lift? Ozark Diesel Off-Road. Ozark Diesel Off-Road has been installing lifts for over 25 years. They specialize in all your off-road vehicle needs, from general repairs such as engine diagnostics, clutch and brake repair, to custom fabrication like axle gears and lockers, leveling and suspension kits, and everything in between. So if your vehicle could really use a lift, head to Ozark Diesel Off-Road, located at 5051 Highway 62 East, or give them a call at 870-425-LIFT.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
We're back with Coach Morris from the Yellville-Summit Panthers. Coach, how has your off-season been this summer?
Oh, we had a pretty good off-season. We had some kids throw up some pretty good numbers this summer, spring even. A lot of them who have continued working throughout the summer to continue receiving some gains.
You know, one thing that people have to understand about a school the size of Yellville, and I have a hard time continuing to call it Yellville-Summit, but the Yellville school versus a school like a Mountain Home or a Harrison, there's not a whole lot of people that'll move in every summer to where you pick up that out-of-town or out-of-area talent. So mostly what you have is hometown families that have been around there for 40, 50 years, and they're working. You're now dealing with grandchildren of kids that have gone to that, or not kids, but of parents that have gone to the Yellville school area. You know, so it makes it a little bit different to coach a small school than it is to coach a West Memphis, per se.
Oh yeah, definitely. And saying with that same token, you kind of get some that, well, when I was in school, this is what we did. Mm-hmm. And from 10 years ago to right now, the game has changed tremendously.
Well, my daddy said this worked real well. Well, your daddy's not the coach.
Well, you think back 10 years ago, how many teams were running 7-on-7 in team camps?
Yeah, probably.
And 20 years ago, I don't know of any. But about 10 years ago, probably a third of the schools in the state were starting to get into the 7-on-7, going to passing leagues and going to team camps.
Right.
And really, team camps, even in the past 10 years, has picked up tremendously. But this summer, we went to 2 7-on-7s over at Harrison. We went to one up at Branson. We went to a team camp over in Gentry. And like I said, when I was in school, the coaches opened up the weight room in the summer, and they said, hey, if you want to show up, come here and sign your name.
Yep.
Just let us know you were here. There was no supervision in the weight room. There was no structure. It was, if you wanted to lift, you could lift. And the game has become, if you want to be competitive year in and year out, it's a process.
You need to work 12 months, not 4.
And I've always told kids the weight room's a great equalizer.
How do you deal with the farm kids that have to help Dad and Grandpa on the farm?
The biggest reason we've always opened up the weight room during the summer was I want to make sure that you're not at home, you're not sitting under the air conditioner and playing the Xbox. Kids that are having heat illnesses and things of that nature, a lot of the times it's because, well, they've sat under the air conditioner all summer long.
Yeah.
So the first time they've walked outside, it's 93 degrees and 70% humidity, and coach is asking me to run. I want to make sure they're getting outside. So those guys who are going out and working on the farm and such, they shoot me a text, say, hey, Coach, I'm working on the farm. You have fun with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing it.
Yeah. But it's a big part of the world. I mean, when I was in high school here at Mountain Home, our coach required you to have a summer job. And if you could not find one on your own, he found a farmer that would take you to work. And pay was not an option. I mean, it really didn't matter what it paid. It was just for the reason that you stated. Didn't want you to become a couch potato.
Yep.
And, there was a handful of us that baled hay the first summer as a freshman.
There's nothing
and guess
fun
what?
about that.
I had a job my sophomore year. I found my own job my sophomore year, I guarantee you. I was hauling bricks for a bricklayer. And I'd rather haul bricks than hay.
Hey, I loaded up watermelons for one day. My mom asked me if I wanted to go back and do it again. I said, no, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No.
I had enough of that.
I believe we can handle this. Do you recruit?
Recruit?
Yeah.
The hallways, tremendously.
That's what I'm asking.
I actually sat down with the 6th graders. I'm trying to start with the younger grades right now. We had a really small class of 7th graders last year. I think there's 60 kids in the entire class, and 2/3 of them are girls. So we're looking at a very small class of boys, and I'm going around to all the boys trying to get them out there. Well, of course, you only get 2 or 3 of them out there, and you're
right.
like, yeah, so we lost 2 of those 7th grade boys who played football for us last year to Salem. So, yeah, it went from, I think we had 7 kids. About half of the boys in that class played football.
Wow.
And I know 2 of them moved to Salem, and I've heard that another one has moved over the course of the summer. In fact, I've heard 2 of them have moved over the course of the summer. But there are 20 boys in our 6th grade class as well. Apparently it's 2 classes back-to-back, 60 kids in each class, 40-something girls. But I went to the boys back during the spring, 17 of them. Sat them down, told them they're all playing football. Congratulations, they all made the team. And I had 2 of the kids raise their hand. Coach, I didn't sign up for football. That's okay. I took the liberty and signed you up myself.
The draft reinstated.
Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing. But from what I understand, several of those kids were wanting to play already. Some of them had played before. Some of them had played in that youth league the previous year. But when you only have 20 boys coming through a class, you really need all 20 of those boys to play as 7th graders, and then I hope you can hang on to them by the time they get to high school.
Mm-hmm.
But I found over my past 13 years or so, every year you're going to lose about 10% of what you start with. So if you start with 20 kids there in 7th grade, by the time they go into 8th grade, you're going to lose 10%, which means you're already down to 18. You're going to lose another couple going into 9th grade, which means you're down to 16. And 9th grade to sophomore year, it's kind of a coin flip, but you normally get them back by their junior or senior year. Sometimes you only get half of those 9th graders going into 10th grade, which is kind of what our sophomore class is looking like right now. But several of those 9th graders are kind of looking up, seeing some of those guys who've been in the weight room, some of those guys who are older, and just going, that guy's bigger than me. I'm a little nervous about this. I don't know if I want to do it or not. Like I said, come junior, senior year, normally get those guys back for you.
The transition from 9th grade to sophomore year in Yellville probably isn't as tough as it is in Mountain Home. Y'all are in the same school.
Yep.
Those kids see each other every day, day in, day out. Over here in Mountain Home, because they're in 2 different schools, there's that mystery factor. Well, how big is Tom Jones this year? And I'm going to go play football against him? I don't think so. Or they'll go, the 9th grader will go watch the JV team on a Monday night and go, well, I'm glad I'm not playing with those guys. Well, there's really no difference. I mean, it's just perception.
Indeed.
When's your first game?
So we got our green-white game coming up on the 17th, I guess a week from Friday.
Okay.
we go to Manila for our scrimmage game on the 24th. Then I guess the week after that was the 31st.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be taking on Green Forest at Green Forest.
Green Forest at Green Forest.
Is that your season opener on the 31st of August?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
How many seniors you got this year?
14, 16. I think we started out with 16. We're down to 14. I had one move that I know of, and one more that's teeter-tottering whether or not he wants to play or not. But I believe I've got 14 of them out there right now.
So how big is your team overall?
And about 25. Got a couple of smaller classes coming through. It was my junior class that really got. I had a couple of kids move away from it and kind of shrank it a little bit. And then I've got a handful of those sophomores that are kind of. They're on the fence right now going, I don't know if I want to play with those big boys or not. So
how do you get them on your side of the fence?
Oh, we're doing everything we can. I put air conditioner in the locker rooms. I don't know what more they could want. We even bring water to practices now.
Clean water at that, I might add.
No, we try to have little cookouts and things for them. Try to have some fun activities and stuff during the off season and such. Trying to encourage them, like, hey, we're not all bad guys. We're not all mean and hairy and want to eat you. We actually want you to come out here and have fun. I enjoy coaching a game of football. I think it's the only thing I've ever really wanted to do since I was about a freshman in high school. And some kids, I want to grow up and be an NBA player. I want to grow up and go to the NFL. I wanted to grow up and be a high school football coach. Who sits there and says that in 9th grade? I had my priorities wrong.
Well, what else you want to tell us about? Who's your assistant coaches this year?
Oh, still got Clark Guston with us. He is, again, going to be the defensive coordinator. He's working with our offensive line. He works with our linebackers. Steve Jones is working with our D-line and working with our receivers this year. He got moved over to receivers because Ronnie Blevins has moved on to flipping, took a head baseball job over in that direction. Pretty much sums up my coaches. Had a couple of kids we took to some camps this summer. Cody Dobbs, JT Frazier. I'd like to think that both of them have an opportunity to play on some Saturdays here pretty soon. Cody Dobbs is 6'3", receiver. JT 6'6.5" and 260 pounds or so, tight end. I had a couple of colleges talk to him when we took him over to the Memphis mega camp. So
nice.
We'll cross our fingers. He actually had Auburn come up and talk to him at one point in time during the day.
Oh, really?
Just got done with running his 40, and the coach calls him over and talks to him and gets his contact information. And
did you have to cut his helmet off his head?
No, because the best part about it is he didn't even know who it was.
There you go.
He comes up and says, "Coach, somebody in all white came and talked to me." So what school was he from? He said, "I don't know. It had like an MU or an AU on it." What's that guy over there? Myself and Cody walked around, and Cody looks up and says, "Coach, that's Auburn." Fantastic.
He was approached by Auburn.
It's approached by Auburn. Again, approached and so, I'm going to cross our fingers and hold our breath, and maybe they keep in contact with him and continue to take looks at him. So we're expecting some big things out of both of those guys this year.
So when you have a collegiate scout like that, something caught their eye.
Probably 6'6", 280.
260. But he also broke off a 40 time of those guys who were 6'5", 220. So he's got really, really good feet. When we took him down to OBU, where all the in-state colleges were, I know UAM came up to him and said, "Look, you can come to UAM right now and you'll start for me at left tackle." Wanting to play an offensive line position. I know he's going to try to fight for. He wants to play tight end. I say he wants to be a skill guy, and I'd like to think there's going to be some college out there that's going to take a chance on him at doing that. But he's got other options as well.
Who's your quarterback this year?
Eli Cagle. Now, did you call any of the games for us last year on the hometown TV?
Every home game.
Fantastic. Eli Cagle was my sophomore quarterback last year. Whenever Tyler Ramey had hurt his ankle. Mm-hmm. Cagle probably had half as many snaps, but only about a third of the throws that Ramey had. Completion percentage was actually higher, and it took me till the end of the season for him sitting there scratching my head going, "Why, I probably should have played him a little more." But no, he threw the ball really well this summer at our 7-on-7s. He's starting to pick up the keys and reads really well. We spent a lot of time during the spring just on the chalkboard and sitting down and talking and making sure our terminology was the same. So if he looked over at me and he had something in mind that he could relay that to me, and I'm like, "Go ahead." he's starting to understand it to the point right now that if he says, "Coach, I think this will work," and I've just got to say why, and he can tell me exactly why that he thinks something like that'll work, and he pretty much knows our whole playbook right now. So it's getting nice.
So when your field commander can do that, it's pretty good.
Indeed, he's really become a coach on the field. And when somebody comes with the wrong route, he's not out there yelling at them, "Hey, you're running the wrong route." He's like, "Hey, I thought you were supposed to do this on this," and they'll have a small discussion and they'll get it worked out.
You know, you lost a dang good running back.
Yeah, we did.
How you feeling those shoes?
Hey, we are filling his shoes with a lot of different shoes.
3-to-1 ratio here, huh?
Yeah, about a 4-to-1 ratio. Sladen Schaefer, he's going to be a senior for us this next year. He played a little bit of fullback for us last year. He's made the transition over to a running back. He's going to get quite a few carries, especially early in the year, where we won't give him every opportunity to see what he can do. And of all 4 of the guys that are in the running back position, he's probably the strongest one of the 4. Britton Roberts, sophomore, stepping up. He played quarterback for the junior high last year. Really athletic kid, long legs, can fly like a deer if you get him in open space. He'll probably jump in there with some carries. Gavin Roop at the first team camp over at Gentry had some really good carries there, as well as Hunter Yates will also be another senior who's been working at getting some reps.
You ready for a break?
Sure.
Take another break. We'll be back with Coach Morris, Yellville-Summit Panthers.
Be right back.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Why would I recommend Hospice the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Neema's Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Neema's Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Neema's Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza. With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
If you want the best.
And we're back. Coach Morris from Yellville-Summit Panthers. Coach, let me ask you about your schedule this year. Yeah, we know you start away on the 31st.
Yes, sir.
And then you, where you go from there?
From there, we've got Salem at home this year. Last year we played them to a tight game. I believe we lost by 2 there. Fourth quarter, so they popped the last one. Last minute touchdown in on us, and then we have Berryville going to Berryville. Be the first time we've met them, well, since I've been at Yellville, and it's probably been a while since Berryville and Yellville-Summit have matched up. After that, we jump into our conference play, starting off with Melbourne and Harding Academy. Yeah.
We will actually be doing the Yellville-Salem game at Yellville. And then we're going to take the team over to Berryville and do the Berryville Panther game. So,
good deal. Rosebud has forfeited their season.
Really?
They're going to step back and just do junior high and JV for the next couple of years during this cycle. So, I guess technically we're 1-0 right now in conference. So,
what a way to start this season.
Oh yeah, we picked up Rector that week, going over to Rector on October the 6th.
Now, if you've picked up Rector, does that still leave Rosebud in, or do you get to count that as a win?
At Rosebud now no longer being in our conference. Technically we're 1-0 there, as far as the conference seating would go. So everybody in our conference is starting out 1-0 at the moment.
Okay.
But we've picked up Rector for that particular week of the season. After that, Clinton. So our first 3 conference games are Harding Academy, Melbourne, and Clinton.
Then you wrap your season up with Marshall at Marshall.
We got Marshall at Marshall. We've got Mountain View at our place.
Yes.
Cedar Ridge at our place. And who's the other one? I feel like there's one more, isn't there?
You get Clinton in there on the 12th.
Harding Academy at home.
Yeah, Harding Academy
on the 28th of September.
Yep.
Your feeder program, your 7th grade, lacking a few players, but you have a youth league over there?
I'm expecting a really good class of 7th graders this year. I say after talking to them, if we can get our numbers up around 15 or so in our 7th grade program year in and year out, then I feel like we're starting to do what we need to do. Until we have some classes that are in the younger grades that are coming up, that we don't have a whole lot of bigger classes down in our younger grades. We should probably drop down to 2A next cycle and stay there for a while, unless we get an influx of move-ins, which is possible. They're building that new plant just out west of town, which should bring in some jobs to the area. I don't know how soon that gets here, but
you just don't know.
Just don't know.
We have to wait and see on that one.
And actually meeting with a few of our youth coaches this evening, they wanted to sit down and talk about our system that we're running and seeing how they could maybe be able to implement some of it in their youth league.
Who do they play against?
I know they play against some of the Mountain Home teams, or they used to. They've got a little league there, and I wish I could tell you everybody who was in it. I feel like there's a couple of Mountain Home teams, a couple of Harrison teams, and maybe a Berryville or some of those other schools in and around our area, Mountain View, and some of those that have youth leagues as well.
Reach out and get them. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I'm excited about the season.
So are we.
Ready to move forward and see what happens this year.
I hate this time of year when there's nothing to talk about but Cardinal. Oh, yeah, good old Cardinal baseball.
Bite your tongue.
I did. That's why I stopped in the middle. Scooter, take us away. We'll come back and wrap things up Monday morning sports with Bob Recktenwald, Dale Hoffman, and Scooter. Coach, we appreciate your time. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you on Friday night.
All right. Thank you much.
Be right back.
Breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Coming up on 7:55. Good interview.
That was good. You know,
Yeah.
The amount of time that the TV team spends in Yellville, I thought it'd be important to get him over here and visit with him so he'll know who we are when we try to talk to him at the games. But Coach Morris has come a long way with that team in the first year, and we wish him a lot of luck for this coming season.
So he went 4-7.
You know, a schedule is normally 10 games. You know, it's a 10-week schedule, and then you pick up the playoff game. You know, we went down and broadcast the Atkins playoff game with them. They come up on the wrong end of it for Yellville, but that whole town was lit up, excited about their Panthers going to the playoffs in such a long drought that they weren't there. You know, you were talking about community news earlier. There's a little sport news. The Ultimate Auto Group golf tournament. It's a benefit tournament for area. It's at Big Creek. It starts today. And we would be totally wrong if we didn't mention Dylan Conley was actually voted the Coach of the Year for the BBA.
Really? Good.
Yeah. All right. And his team, the Twin Lakers, won the title.
Good.
In overtime.
Awesome.
In overtime
That's
against
cool.
Greenville. So congratulations to Dylan Conley and his Mountain Home Twin Lakers, their semi-pro local basketball team. And wish them luck again next year.
Heck yeah.
But Bomber football should be kicking off pretty much the same schedule. You know, they have a benefit game. They have their pad practice, or they'll have practice start this afternoon at 4, run to 7 for a couple of days, and then it'll change and when school starts. So we really don't know what's going to happen with their practice schedule. But I would like to thank Coach Maddox for coming out. He helped with the skills camp with the OFA. Him and some of his coaches showed up. You know, and when I say help, I wasn't there. I was busy. I don't know if they did a whole lot, but it means a lot to the organization. It means a lot to those players just for those coaches to show up and just say hi. And to me, that's help enough. And
Just for them kids, just to know that the high school coaches out there watching, you know, stop by and took a minute.
And the importance of the high school players, and if we have any of them watching or listening or hear about this, those guys need to know that from the 3rd grade to the 6th grade, on to the 7th, 8th, and 9th, those are the role models of these young players.
Yep.
And those kids get tickled pink when one of those high school ball players pats them on the head, shakes their hand, tells them good job. I mean, it just means a lot to them. So if you're listening, continue to do it. If you're not doing it, please do it.
Means a lot to the kids, I can tell you that.
Yep. Mountain Home's benefit game will be on Thursday. It's Thursday the 16th. They're playing Blyville. Not sure where that's played at. It may be at Blyville.
Yeah.
But then they'll play another spin-off game at War Memorial against Sheridan on the 23rd, which is another Thursday. And then that following Friday night will be Harrison at Harrison. We'll bring that game live on TV that night. It's their pink out game, so we'll have a bunch of people from Mountain Home. That's a junior high game.
Yeah, then we get the varsity.
Right. It's at Harrison. So with 1 minute left, I'll just throw this out here one more time. The Cubs are 7, maybe 8 games ahead of the Cardinals. Cardinals happened to pull off a win yesterday, so they may only be 7 games
and
ahead.
Saturday.
Well, you know, let's not rehash history.
Here we go.
What else you got, Scooter?
I don't have anything. I just enjoy the argument over the baseball. I'm not a baseball fan, so I don't.
St. Louis
I'm not either.
My arm at Miami tonight.
Hey,
turn the radio
and
on.
that's
KTLO AM.
That's what keeps it fun, Scott. I'm not either. Don't know a thing about it. You know, I couldn't tell you one player on the Cubs team, not a one.
It's a good thing. We don't have to discuss it. Anyway, I'm going to say bye now so I don't have to discuss this third place in Central Division right now. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.